Hi there, it's Paul Sarand here, the e-marketing coach, and thank you very much for purchasing my gig on Fiverr. And as you can see, I'm on your website right now, and you can see how I am browsing and interacting with your website. So I would recommend that you just have a pen and paper ready just to write down your own ideas and inspiration, just as you see me go through your website. Also, to let you know that as part of this review, I will be recommending a number of different tools and resources to help you manage and market this website. Now, you don't need to worry about writing the names of those tools down because they are all contained in the action guide, which you now have as part of the delivery of this order. And any additional resources that I think might help you that are not in the action guide, I will include in the YouTube description area just below this video for you. Okay, so I see you ordered the basic $5 gig, so that does mean that that we only will have a look at your homepage here now. If after this review you still have additional questions or you have additional things that you want me to have a look at, you're more than welcome to order the gig extra and we can do that for you. Okay, but let's move straight on to it. So Shopify is a very big brand. It's a very well-known brand, and it is a company that's doing very well. So it's I'm guessing you've already done a lot of split testing, and you've got a lot of things such as using Google experiments and stuff like that to try different versions of your home pages and your landing pages, etc. Because overall, from a design point of view, there's going to be very little that I probably can really criticize you on. So I'm not expecting much criticism, but possibly just a few little pointers here and there. From a design point of view, logo looks fantastic. Menu systems are totally fine. I like the fact that you've got a strong headline right at the top that clearly communicates what you do, everything you need to start selling online today. So that's all fantastic. Nice graphic of the smiling girl there, and then this over here, this little play button. Now, I just wondered about this, from a usability point of view. I just wondered if maybe you'd be getting as many clicks as what you deserve here, because it's not actually showing like a video box. I don't know, it still made me click, but I just wondered from a usability point of view if you might not be better off having some type of box and actually showing the introduction to, so the screenshot over here would be the start of the video or something. So possibly just something to test, just to test in your experiments. If you're not using experiments, which I highly doubt that you're not, but if you're not using experiments to test different versions of your web pages, that definitely would be a major recommendation for you. Also, tools such as Crazy Egg also allow you to see how people are clicking. So it actually records every single click that happens. So you could actually see if somebody was clicking there or clicking there and not clicking there. So Crazy Egg could be quite good for your usability studies too. Your store name, email address, and password. So in terms of what I normally recommend to my clients, in terms of strong headlines, easy call to actions, video, you're doing all of that. And this is why I say, I can clearly see that this is a bigger company, that there has been investment into usability and infrastructure here. So any suggestions I make is probably always going to be some just minor little tweaks here and there, but also always with the caveat of that, just because I'm saying it doesn't mean that that's exactly how it is. You always need to test, because you already are, you already have a very good foundation here. So any small tweak that you make should always just be tested. Already have an account, log in here. Okay, start your 14-day trial today. I just wonder if this color over here should be more high contrast, like maybe a yellow or something like that. But again, that probably doesn't go with your color scheme, but just to really bring a lot of attention to that box, maybe. Never sold online before, already selling online, moving your brand online. Okay, that's very good. So this just changes that banner over here. Yes, okay. Now this is very, very good. So segmenting based on the different type of target markets you have is very, very good. I'm guessing you have invested in copywriting, which does kind of show itself. Probably one of the biggest things that I would encourage you to test is your headline. So is this your best performing headline based on the test that you've done? And is that the best performing subheadline? So definitely headlines are very, very important, especially on websites where it's very visual, like, you know, it's just a very visual start to the page. It's not much text, so it has to be a very strong heading and a very strong video. I think your imagery is totally fine, but the headline has to be very, very strong. So it's a good thing to test. 250 apps, okay, that's all good. Already selling online, yep. All the key options there that people are doing to sell online, so that's very good. Never sold online before. Okay. Handles all the hassle of online retail, yep. Good, mobile friendly, yep. One thing that I was thinking is, you know, you have your testimonials at the bottom here, which is fantastic. You know, the smiling faces, the satisfied client faces, pictures, which is great. You've got credibility here, such as, you know, where you've been featured, which again is fantastic. But I just wondered if maybe you could benefit from having some client testimonials, maybe 2 more here, just very near the top. So you'd have, you know, people would be scrolling down, they've just watched the video, they then click one of these to see, you know, based on who they are, you know, I'm moving my brand online, then they quickly read that, and then directly below over here would be some more client testimonials, just to further, you know, reinforce the decision for them to continue reading down. And then they see that you're mobile friendly and all your different options there. Then they see the examples, and then they get hit by some more testimonials. So it's just like a compounding effect. Definitely people testimonials are very, very important. So, you know, if possible, I would recommend that you have some higher up, and also not replacing these. Okay, keep those there, because a lot of people just simply scroll down to the bottom of the website anyway. But just put some at the top, and if you could have some video testimonials too, that would be very, very powerful too. Okay, and then you've got your call to action at the bottom too, which is a good thing to do from a usability and a marketing point of view, because as I say, a lot of people just simply scroll down to the bottom and there's your call to action again. So that's very, very good. Okay. A shop in minutes, a business for life. Okay, so that's your slogan. Okay. Just having a look at some of the key things you have here. Where's your privacy policy? I don't see a privacy policy anywhere in this footer. It's good to add a privacy policy, because Google can actually pick up on the fact that you have a privacy policy, and it can actually help your rankings a little bit. So just a good thing to add a privacy policy to. Okay. There's your contact number. Now, okay, so you've got the contact, you got your telephone number at the bottom. So clearly you do encourage people that if they really do want to, they can pick up the phone and talk to you. And something that's also been proven to improve conversion rates is to have your telephone number at the top too. Just very nice and bold and very clear, because, you know, a lot of people might not necessarily want to just, you know, start the 14-day trial or send you an email. They might just want to talk to one of your consultants first before they actually, you know, begin the process. So having a telephone number at the top is a proven conversion element. So somehow I would encourage you to incorporate that into your design. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk quickly about the 3 key steps. Now, this is what your action guide focuses on, and what I always talk to in every one of my reviews, I always talk about these 3 keys. Now, you are already doing most of them very, very well. And what I'll just do is I'll just quickly give an overview, and you might pick up on a thing or two that could help you further, especially on key number 3, I think. So key number 1 is video marketing. Now, the reason the video marketing is so powerful is because it's the closest thing that we have to a real conversation online, where you are talking to your clients. They can see your body language, tone of voice, professionalism, examples, etc. So from a conversion point of view, it's very powerful. And more importantly, when you have video, people spend longer on your website. The stats show us a website without video gets about 15 seconds of viewership. A website with video gets an average of about 4 minutes. So it's very good to see that you have your video right at the top over here, so you know you are applying this best practice to your website. But as I say, the only thing that I would possibly question and possibly test from your side is even just using Crazy Egg to see how people are clicking on your website, to see how many people are clicking there, and versus people clicking there. And could it be better to maybe have some type of box, the typical box that we are used to when there is a video to play? Just a little thought there. So that's the only thing I can really talk to you about key number 1, because you are implementing it already. And in the action guide, there's actually a course, if you're wanting to take some mobile footage and just the ability to take the flexibility to be able to take videos anywhere you are. There's a great course that I recently went through myself. I didn't create the course myself, but it comes from a guy in the UK who used to work with the likes of the BBC and stuff like that. And he actually shows you how to use your iPhone to get the absolute best footage and the best results. So that might be something to have a look at if you're wanting, the flexibility of not always needing professional film crews all the time, but just to take action shots, video, client video testimonials, maybe workshop type footage and stuff like that. So you can have a look at that in terms of video too. Okay, so that's key number 1, video, which you are doing very, very well, but maybe just a few little tweaks which you just need to test to see how that works for you. And then key number 2 is what you're doing over here, email marketing. Now, in your case, it's brilliant because you have a product that people need to sign up to, that they need to enter their email address. Most people don't have that. Most people, myself included, I haven't created a platform that people have to subscribe to. So I use things such as free reports and, case studies and guides about, how to get to the top of Google, etc. But in your case, you have this product. So here is your email marketing in operation. And the reason that this is so important is that 80% of people typically that land on a website are not going to be ready to do business with you. They're just researching. When I say not ready to do business with you, I'm saying at that moment in time. They possibly just researching, they're looking at prices, they're looking at other examples and other merchants out there, and they just taking a lot of things into mind. And that's why having this little sign-up mechanism over here is very powerful, because normally what happens to that 80% is that they click the close button, they click the back button, and often you never hear from them again. So the ability to collect a name and an email address and obviously a private password is very, very powerful, because then they can enter into your marketing funnel. So that's my only question about this over here. When somebody signs up, how many emails are you sending them over a course of time? I would recommend that you send between 3 to 7 emails over a 1 to 2 months period. In those emails, I would highly encourage you not to spam and not to be too sell. I'm sure you know this already, and I'm sure you're doing this already, but I'm just highlighting it again. The purpose of the emails is to help. It's always about helping first. So, you might show some examples of what some of your clients have created using Shopify. You might talk about some of the key features and how a new client that has just signed up can get the same type of effects on their new online store. So that's what the focus of your email marketing should always be, because even it's always to help. Because even if somebody hasn't made the decision to actually purchase your product yet, by showing them and by helping them, you are going to be high up on their priority list to actually place an order with, compared to some of the other competitors who might not be adding as much value and making it as easy and as enjoyable for them to begin an online shop. So email marketing, very, very important, and it's good to see that you have implemented so high up in your website, because so many websites that I review, they put email marketing at the bottom of the website, but you understand the importance of it because obviously it's signed up to your whole conversion process to actually getting money out of people. So you understand the importance of it, and that's why you have your video and your email marketing at the top. So well done on that. That's key number 2. Now, key number 3 is something that possibly you might need a little bit of work on. And key number 3 is search engine marketing. And I sent you a link to this when you first signed up, paulteron.com/Fiverr. And I'm not going to talk too much about search engine marketing in this particular review, because this bonus video over here talks about search engine marketing in a lot of detail, specifically about the tools to use in regards to keyword research. Because the number one mistake that you can make in search engine marketing is choosing the wrong keywords. And that's why this video is an absolute must-see if you haven't seen it already, because you will learn what that mistake is and you will learn how to avoid it using proper tools such as Market Samurai. Now, Market Samurai is a tool that I recommend. It's the tool that all the professional online marketers recommend at this moment in time. It's very powerful in terms of finding golden keywords. Golden keywords are keywords that don't have too high competition in Google, but at the same time they have quite a lot of searches. And if you build a brand and if you build a blogging schedule, I notice you have your blog here. If you build a content schedule for your blog around these keywords, you are going to exponentially increase the already high traffic that you receive at this moment in time. And the reason that I thought, maybe you need a little bit of work on your keyword choices and your search engine marketing was purely based from looking at your homepage title tag over here. E-commerce, where it says e-commerce software, online store builder, website store hosting solution, free 14-day trial by Shopify. Now, the only thing that made me think was it seems like too many keywords. It's bordering on keyword stuffing, and it would be far better to choose 1 or 2 primary keywords that are absolute best in class for your particular business. And instead of having the free 14-day trial by Shopify in the actual meta title tag, you put that in the meta description tag, because what you're doing here is you're actually diluting the effectiveness of your primary keywords by having all these words in your title tag. Okay, so it's far better to put it into your description tag so people can still see that they get a free 14-day trial, but your title tag is focused on your primary keywords. And also, are these the best keywords for you? Have you done extensive keyword research to see what are the golden keywords for you? And do you have a content schedule where, from the keyword research that you have done, you have a content schedule that you can use on your blog? Because if you are just blogging about anything and you're not actually thinking about the words you're putting into your title tags and into your blog posts, you are missing out on a huge, huge, huge opportunity to get a lot more eyeballs onto your website. So that's my only question regarding search engine marketing. I really would recommend you go through the video, even if you have already, in light of what you have just heard in this review, because it always begins with good keyword research. Now, you have 2 options. You can do it yourself, And then that's why it's absolutely vital you go through that video if you do choose to do that, or otherwise you can outsource it. And myself and my team, we do keyword research very regularly for our clients, amongst many other different website maintenance tasks, including programming and creative work. So any of the work and suggestions that I've been giving to you as part of this video, myself and my team can handle that for you. So you have those two options. You can do keyword research yourself, or you can outsource it. It's really just up to you to decide. But the key thing is that you do need to make a decision, and you do need to implement good keyword research, because if you're not doing it, unfortunately, you are leaving a lot of money on the table by not implementing that as part of your marketing strategy. Because you have a blog, which is fantastic to see, but my only question is it based on good factual keyword research? Not every blog post has to be keyword optimized, but you definitely want quite a few blog posts keyword optimized, because I understand that there are certain blog posts where it's just a little bit more personal, a little bit more friendly, and a little bit more whatever, just to build that personal brand of your company. But you definitely want some keyword optimized blog posts too. Okay, so those are the three keys: video, email marketing, which you're already doing fantastically, but maybe just a few little tweaks to test, and then search engine marketing, which, well, it's always a huge opportunity. Companies that implement search engine marketing correctly stand head and shoulders above their competitors. So definitely something to think about. So I'm going to be bringing this review to an end. Thank you very much for purchasing it. And I really do hope that going through this video review is just the start of many good things in terms of continuing to really take your website and take your business to new levels. I really think the key thing for you is to continue testing. You need to be using testing platforms, Crazy Egg in terms of usability studies, and also things such as Google experiments. And I'm sure you are currently using other platforms too, but it's to continue testing. Ideally only test one thing at a time, and over a period of time you'll have quite a large collection of usability studies that you have collected, where you know that your website is about as higher converting website as you can achieve. So it's very important just to record every single test that you do, just to as a bit of a reference file for the future. But you've got a fantastic foundation here, and you're doing a very good job. I would just, as I say, I would recommend tweaks, and I really would recommend search engine marketing and good keyword research for you. So thank you again for ordering, and I do wish you all the best. Bye-bye.